Hey everyone. Imagine you're camping out in the middle of nowhere. You take your phone out to check the time, and it tells you're standing in the middle of the ocean. Your GPS says you're surrounded by dense forest. And when you pull out your trusty compass to orient yourself, it's pointing south instead of north. What in the world is going on? Well, it might not be science fiction after all. It's something Earth has done many times before. In today's video, we'll talk about what would happen if the Earth's magnetic field flipped and the north and south magnetic poles switched places. So make sure to watch till the end and let us know what questions you have for us. We'll do our best to answer them. No, 1. What is the magnetic field? Our first question is really, how does the Earth's magnetic field work? Don't worry, we'll spare you some physics class. Basically, the Earth's magnetic field is like an invisible force field that surrounds our planet. And it acts a lot like a giant magnet, except unlike a regular magnet, which has one north and one south pole, Earth's magnetic poles are actually two separate things. The magnetic North Pole is where all the magnetic field lines converge. And fun fact, it's located in northern Canada. As for the South Pole, it's located in Antarctica. Now, these magnetic poles are responsible for a lot. For starters, they generate our planet's magnetic field, which acts as a protective shield against deadly radiation from the sun. And we mean deadly. If it weren't for this magnetic shield, the amount of radiation hitting the Earth's surface would be so great that it would make life as we know it impossible. In addition to that, the magnetic field also plays a key role in navigation. Planes, ships, and satellites use it to keep their bearings. Even animals like birds and turtles use it to guide them on their migrations. Oh, and by the way, that invisible shield isn't static. It's constantly in motion, shifting and changing over time. And no, we're not talking about the time it takes for a fridge magnet to find its place. We're talking about some major changes like flipping its poles completely. And yes, this happens way more often than you think. Number 2, the reversal mystery. Let's talk about the big one, the magnetic reversal. Every 100,000 or so years, Earth's magnetic field does a complete reversal. Basically, the magnetic North Pole becomes the South Pole and vice versa. This isn't just some minor switch either. We're talking about a major shift in Earth's magnetic field. It's like flipping a giant magnet that's protecting our planet. But how do we know this? Well, scientists have been studying the Earth's magnetic field for decades, and they've found evidence of these reversals in rocks, sediments, and even tree rings. Each reversal leaves a unique signature in these natural materials, allowing scientists to track the history of our planet's magnetic field. Now, the last full reversal happened around 780,000 years ago, but don't think that we're safe just yet. Some scientists believe that we might be in the early stages of a new reversal. Why? Well, over the past few decades, the magnetic field has been weakening by about 5% per decade. And some studies suggest that this weakening is happening faster than expected. Of course, there's still a lot of uncertainty and debate in the scientific community. But one thing is clear. The Earth's magnetic field is always in motion, and it's crucial that we understand these changes. After all, our planet's magnetic field is like an invisible force that shapes our world in ways we're only beginning to understand. 3. What could happen? So what happens during this process? How long does it take? And what should we expect? First off, let's address the elephant in the room. Does this mean that the Earth will literally flip over? No, it doesn't. A magnetic reversal doesn't affect the Earth's rotation or its axis. It only affects the orientation of the magnetic field. As for how long it takes, it's not going to happen overnight. We're talking about centuries here. Scientists estimate that a reversal could take anywhere from a few decades to several centuries to complete. During this time, the magnetic field weakens, and the poles wander until they flip. Now, you might be wondering why it is such a slow process, and the answer lies in the Earth's core. The outer core is a layer of molten iron and nickel, but it's about 2,200 miles thick. The movement of this molten metal generates electric currents, which in turn produce magnetic fields. When these currents change, the magnetic field changes with them, but since the outer core is so massive, it takes a long time for the changes to occur throughout the entire layer. Now let's talk about what happens during a reversal. As the magnetic poles wander, they become less defined. This means that compasses won't point directly north or south, and navigation will become trickier. Then comes the big moment when the magnetic poles flip. The Earth's magnetic field essentially flips inside out. Suddenly, compasses point south, and what was the South Pole becomes the North Pole, and vice versa. And finally, the aftermath. As the Earth's magnetic field stabilizes in its new configuration, compasses will once again point reliably north or south. But this is also when the aurora lights might become visible at lower latitudes, meaning people who have never seen them before will get a spectacular view. But amidst the beauty, there's a darker side to these reversals. The weakening magnetic field during the transition allows more radiation to reach Earth's surface. And while it's not enough to harm humans directly, it can disrupt important things like our telecommunications and power grid systems. Satellites can malfunction, GPS systems go haywire, and airlines have to scramble to reroute flights. Animals that rely on the magnetic field for navigation can get seriously disoriented, and plant growth can be affected by the increased radiation. We know it sounds like a lot, but remember, this isn't the first time Earth has gone through this. It's happened many times throughout history, and life has found a way to adapt each time. Number 4, Science vs. Hype. With all the talk of magnetic reversals and their potential impact on our lives, it's easy to feel like we're living in the twilight zone. But before you start stockpiling canned goods and bottled water, let's take a moment to separate the science from the hype. First off, let's address the most pressing question: will the world end? And the short answer is no. Okay, let's pop that doomsday balloon right now. While a magnetic reversal can cause some serious disruptions, it's not the end of the world. In fact, life has thrived on Earth through every reversal in our planet's history. That said, it's important to acknowledge that a reversal won't be a walk in the park either. The weakening magnetic field during the transition will allow more radiation to reach the Earth's surface. This can disrupt important things like our telecommunications and power grid systems. Satellites can malfunction, GPS systems go haywire, and airlines have to scramble to reroute flights. Animals that rely on the magnetic field for navigation can get seriously disoriented, and plant growth can be affected by the increased radiation. Now, we get it. All this talk of potential disruptions can be scary, but here's where we need to take a deep breath and focus on the facts. A magnetic reversal won't be easy to navigate, but it's not the end of the world either. Humans have a remarkable ability to adapt and innovate. Just think about all the challenges we've overcome throughout history. Pandemics, wars, natural disasters. We've seen it all, and we've come out stronger each time. So what should you do to prepare? Well, start by staying informed. Follow reputable sources of information and be wary of doomsday prophecies and unfounded claims. Make sure you have a plan in place for emergencies, including a backup power source for essential devices and a supply of non-perishable food and water. And finally, stay calm. Panic and hysteria won't help anyone. By staying level-headed, you'll be better able to make rational decisions and take the necessary steps to ensure your safety and well-being. Remember, a magnetic reversal is a natural phenomenon that has occurred many times throughout Earth's history. While it may pose some challenges, it's not the end of the world. Stay informed, stay prepared, and stay calm. Wrapping up, so is Earth flipping its magnetic field right now? Well, scientists are watching closely. We won't know for sure until it happens. But one thing's certain: when it does happen, it will rewrite the map of the world as we know it. Thanks for joining us today. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Remember, knowledge is power, and there's no better place to expand your knowledge than right here. So hit the subscribe button and join our incredible community of learners. Until next time, keep asking questions, keep seeking answers, and keep exploring the world around you. Who knows, you might just discover something incredible.